I need to get back to pumping.
You know where you're pumping? At Yogurtland.
I need to pump with you. I need you to come on me.
Olivia, be careful who's editing this episode. Don't give it to a new intern who went to a liberal arts college in New England, because we are fucked. We are fucked.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just so good guys. Whoa.
Benjamin, how the hell are you?
I'm wonderful, Joshua. How are you doing? How are you doing, my big New York Jets fan? Go Jets!
Go Jets. You know what? Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Thank you, God. I'm good, man. Us Jews, we're so superstitious.
We are. BH. Even last night, Josh, we were talking about release of the hostages. They're not being released anymore. What happened?
They're not? Did Hamas back out? That is so Hamas of them.
They changed the terms. They're like, this isn't gonna work for us. So, BH, it happens. I didn't mean to start us off on that note, but
BH, happens, absolutely.
Josh and I were vigorously texting as we do, night in and night out, politics, trade rumors, trade stories, and we started talking a little bit about the hostages and how. I'm just going to say it, Josh. I'm happy that the deal didn't go through. I know that that's a controversial statement because I want every freaking hostage back, but it was a raw deal. So I'd much prefer to see a better deal that doesn't include the trade of, 34 for 1,000? Was it that, right? 34 for 1,000? And these are 34 innocent people, and those are 1,000 convicted felons, and so it felt like a raw deal. So while I'm sad that we're not getting the hostages back, I do think it was a raw deal. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, and you revealed, and I think it's worth talking about because I'm sure you have thoughts about it that you don't share with me. You and we debate over text, and by that I mean I send you chunks. It looks like we're in a breakup. I send you big blue. I'm passionate. I am passionate. And Ben has gotten to a point where he won't respond at all, and he just leaves me on red. And I think it's fucking mean.
Josh just randomly, I don't know if he has an alarm clock set for 10:30 Eastern where he's like, I want to fight.
Yep.
Hey, Ben, I know that you're probably just settling in, watching some dumb TV show, but I want to fucking fight. And I want you to hear me. And I'm just I don't want to fight. I'm good. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
In my defense, you text Olivia and I at 8:30 a.m.
Earlier.
5:30 in the morning, and I'll be like, Olivia, he's got to push 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, 100%. But that's on me. That's me. I shouldn't be communicating that early. That said, you do sometimes text me at 5:45, and I'm like, holy smokes, he's up for the day. All right, time to get to work.
I am. Usually I am.
Speaking of time to get to work, Josh, I've gotten at least 15 DMs. At least. We're blowing up. At least 15 DMs saying that our song needs to be on Spotify.
100%. The great Super Chris, our producer of the song, has already told me ways in which to optimize financially for Spotify because it's all about the money. And I say we start a movement much like Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt because they made her song number 1.
1,000%. People don't know that while you didn't lose your house, you could have. So just in case you do one day, we need to create a sack of cash based on streams to the Good Guys song. California isn't safe, Josh. You never know. So God forbid Josh's house gets swooped away. We want to have a sack of cash that was contributed to by all of you by listening to our full-length Good Guys theme song on Spotify. I think that works.
This is not a GoFundMe. This is a Run Fund Me. To fund me.
And it's preventative. What, you go to the doctor for a preventative screening?
Fund.
Why not preventatively help us?
Yes.
I don't want to come to you in a moment of crisis where you feel bad for me. I'm coming to you now. Fund us now so we don't have to ask you later.
And so you don't think we're deceiving you? Let me just say outright, this money is going to go nowhere. I'm buying knickknacks. I'm doing caviar upgrades on my dinners. This money will be misspent.
What percentage of the funds will be going towards Chuck E. Cheese for children under 6?
I got a hookup there.
Okay, so fine.
Not a cent.
None of it. All right,
Love
none
you,
of it. Fine.
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Charles. I need to know what Charles looks like, Josh. What do you think the Charles looks like? This is an old white man in that suit, right?
No, it's an employee.
Ooh.
I will tell you that when we had my son's birthday there, which was just a red letter day, and the staff couldn't have been better, one of the guys working there kind of sidled up to me after the Chuck E. Cheese show, because Chuck E. only comes out once every 2 hours. You know what I mean? It's like Halley's Comet. You got to be ready. And he sidles up to me. He's like, thanks for coming. Like, would you mind? Could I get a photo? And it was my pleasure. And he goes, just so you know, I'm Chucky. And I was like, Tyrone, you were a vision.
When I tell you, my parents took me to Disney World when I was around that age, and I was so deathly afraid of every single character.
Say
like
more
seeing
about
Mickey
this.
Mouse. No, I just like seeing Mickey Mouse. I thought he was going to kill me.
Yeah.
Pluto. I thought he was going to kill me. I thought these were like beasts. Like I couldn't do it. Also, to comment on the 2 versus not quite 6, but Olivia, my sister-in-law Olivia, her kids are 4 and 2, and I went with them to one of her daughter's name is Michaela, to one of Michaela's friends' birthday parties.
Oh, nice
It's at
Irish name for these Jewish in-laws. Michaela.
Michaela and Levi. We
This
balance.
is Rivka, Shmuel, and their daughter, Patty. Patty, what's her middle name? O'Flanagan.
Well, we're at this birthday party, Josh, and it's one of those ball pits, okay? And we keep our eye off for 1 minute, and that Levi runs all the way up to the top, and we're like, don't jump, and he just leaps like 30 feet in the air into the ball pit. And he was fine, but like these kids, these 2-year-olds, man, they are adventurous, they are daredevils. Not me, though. I was nothing of the sort, but this young buck, he's an adventure seeker. Sounds much like Shy. Adventure seeking.
Yes, no. Growing up, I was thrill seeking with calories. You know, how high can I go? You know, 1,000 calories for a single meal at 8 years old.
Me too. How can I incorporate mayonnaise and Russian dressing, mayonnaise and ketchup to make Russian dressing into this dish? Whether it be pasta, pizza. How can I incorporate mayonnaise, fruit?
You really think the culprit behind your childhood obesity was Russian dressing, huh? Because you're an outlier.
I think Russian dressing was really big starting at the age of around 12. Mm-hmm. I think that was a big culprit. But then I think just big eyes and a brain that never told me I was full. That's the real culprit, my friend.
Yeah.
That's the real culprit. Just being disconnected brain to body. Body's like, stop it. Brain's like, why? That's the culprit, Josh. We need to study that. The disconnect between the brain and the body. Why does the brain want what the body doesn't? And why does the body want what the brain doesn't? Why aren't we simpatico?
Say simpatico again.
Why aren't we simpatico?
Wow. I feel like I'm in Milan.
Pretty good, right?
It was good. I really have a lot of thoughts on this. And I know that I think what you will say is Ozempic does do this, and I think it does it to an extent. But I think if you are a hardcore addict towards anything, drugs, alcohol, food, you know, I know plenty of people who have eaten through GLP-1s because, again, to your exact point, it was never about the food, right?
Yep.
And I've heard this example used in the 12-step programs and in the rooms that if alcohol was the problem, we would take addicts and we would trap them and jail them for 30 days and make them dry out so that the physical dependency had left. And then everything would be solved. But of course, it's not the alcohol that's the problem, it's our brain. Yep. And thus, even when the substance is removed, the need, the want to numb out, to quiet those thoughts and feelings remains.
Totally. Yeah, and it's funny that you say that about the GLPs. I think that it depends on what you're on. Some people can eat through them, certainly. I have found that if you then switch to a different one, it's harder for you to eat through it. Having been on it, when you're on the right one, you just don't have food noise. And food noise is the problem. It's like, go eat. I'm full! I'm full! I don't want to go eat.
Yeah.
I don't want to. My belly hurts. I don't want another pie of pizza. Like, that's the thing. So, yeah, it's brain. And I do think that the GLPs seem to help with the brain stuff, but...
I think it definitely helps.
When I went off it, Josh, oh my. Holy crap. It came back just like a rush. Like, I needed to eat. I needed to eat no matter what. Like, nothing would... The only thing that really helps is if you OD on protein. I think that helps with people that overeat. If you were to, instead of ODing on a pie of pizza, if you were to get 3 32-ounce steaks and try to finish those, I think that would work.
Well, it's nutrient dense, right? Like, that's the whole idea. If you can eat 2,000 calories of super nutrient dense foods, you're going to feel much more satiated than if it was 2,000 calories of donuts.
It's just boring, man. It's boring.
Oh, it's so fucking boring.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by Nutrafol. Folks, look, I'm in my 30s. It is what it is. You're probably in your 30s too. You could even be older, 40s, 50s. We all, at some point or another, unless we're blessed, okay? Unless we're Bruce Soff or my father, we're all going to experience a little bit of hair loss. It is what it is. It's a part of the aging process. That said, the only problem is when you don't do anything about it. You can't complain about your hair when you're not doing anything about it. You have to do something about it. And don't wait for your spouse to say something to you, okay? You know that your hair is thinning, so do something about it. Don't wait for her to come to you awkwardly and say, hey, maybe the top of your head isn't as thick as it was. Do something about it. Be proactive, okay? I was proactive. I was having some issues, top of my head, light, I won't call it balding, but it was thinning. It was absolutely thinning. And I started taking Nutrafol. 6 months later, not thinning. It's coming in. It's coming back in. It's exactly as advertised. And I would highly recommend that you do it because there's nothing holding you back from loving your hair again. Hair is so much more than what you see on the surface. It's a reflection of what's happening inside. Let Nutrafol target the key root causes of your thinning hair and help you grow stronger, healthier strands from within. Because Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. Folks, start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code GOODGUYS10. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code GOODGUYS10. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code GOODGUYS10. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by Mint Mobile. 2025 is here, and Mint Mobile has a resolution for you. Skip the gym, skip the fad diet, skip the BS resolutions you'll forget about by next month. I feel I've been shot. Instead, make a resolution to save some serious cash by making the switch to Mint Mobile. And right now, you can get half off their 3-month unlimited plan. Mint Mobile, fantastic wireless provider. Absolutely amazing. You're walking down the street with these other providers losing cell service randomly. Nope. Mint Mobile, fantastic. And the money you're going to save money and you're going to get better service. It's amazing. So folks, it's time to leave your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, unexpected overages, and all their other BS in 2024. Mint Mobile is dropping huge savings for the new year by offering any 3-month plan for only $15 a month, even their unlimited plan. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And you can even bring your current phone and phone number. Ditch overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile. It's so easy. Sign up online and get 3 months of premium wireless service for $15 a month. So folks, switch to Mint and new customers get half off an unlimited plan until February 2nd. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/goodguys. That's mintmobile.com/goodguys. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. Do I need to take creatine? We've spoken about it enough. Do I need to take creatine? And are there benefits, Josh, of creatine without working out at all?
No, I think people would tell you that there are. I would suggest you don't. I don't think there's any way around unless you're sweating regularly. I don't sweat. You have really teed me up with something that I've been thinking about with good old you. And
good.
And I'm down to go there if you're down to clown.
I don't know. Like, are you going to be mean?
Am I mean, Olivia? I walk around this office, it's like I'm the president here at Dear Media. These people swoon for me.
I'm not mean. No, you're not mean. You're not mean. But, like, go. Give it to me. Lay it on.
I think
Thick
that you
paste.
have taken up some causes, and this is a big part of why I think we have these debates, be it fluoride, be it seed oil.
I mentioned one time fluoride. I haven't thought about fluoride since. You're fluoride. I don't spend my time thinking about fluoride. I don't. I still drink tap water. I just go on one day. I'm like, I'm not going to drink tap water anymore. I drink it every day. AG1 gets mixed in my tap water every morning.
God bless.
I'm just like a chipmunk. I just like fluoride. You know, just like whatever pops into my brain. Like fluoride, seed oil, this, that. I think it's called undiagnosed ADD. Like, that's it. But continue, lay it on. Thick paste.
Fine. Well, that makes me feel way better and actually 100% right.
That's it. Some of the things the thing on seed oils, actually, no, I want you to go. And then I want to talk about seed oils, but I want you to go. What else is worrying you that I can perhaps alleviate your concerns?
Okay, fluoride, seed oil, and creatine has been something on my mind for years. I'm glad you're at the party. I'm glad you arrived, but honey, you're late.
Okay.
And so I, like you, heard a lot of compelling evidence, or should I say opinion, with a study here and there, that aligned with the way you're thinking, and I was there. I was where you were. But now, with time, I found my way all the way back to somewhere in the middle. Because I think, to your point, I actually don't feel too bullish on any of it, except what I do feel bullish on is being polarizing and fear-mongering.
Yes, of course. Of course. And say more, because I liked what you said about seed oils. Let's talk about seed oils. We're gonna throw fluoride out the window for now, because I agree. Who knows? You seem to know, based on what you've listened to, based on what the people that have done the studies on whatever they did. I get it. Fluoride, I'm still drinking tap water no matter what. So it is what it is. Is it there? Yes. Is it hurting me? I don't know. I hope not. I hope they're not poisoning the water. They're poisoning the water. I hope not. So let's throw away fluoride, because seed oils, I do have an opinion on.
Where did this opinion come from?
The seed oil opinion has come from definitely a lot of
social
fear-mongering food-based influencers, for sure, but people that I really do respect. A Bobby Parrish, for example. I don't know if you know Bobby, but Bobby I really respect. He'll go into Costco, he'll tell you everything that's wrong with everything. Fear-mongering, for sure. Fear-mongering, no question. But then you hear him talking about it. You then hear like a Dana White talking about it. You then hear, what is that guy? The one that got Dana White super cut. Gary Brecka, etc.
Gary! We could do a whole episode on Gary.
They're all talking about the same thing, which is that factually, seed oils are inflammatory. Okay? Seed oils are inflammatory. That doesn't mean, and I agree with you, that should be shouting from the rooftops that you need to only eat the most expensive oils, especially when most of the people that are consuming the information cannot choose to eat their fried chicken in avocado oil, okay? Like, we have a society that still needs to eat, but these oils are inflammatory, and I do think that the greater conversation is, like, you should just be eating less fried foods. But it does seem that if I'm baking a cake, Josh, that I would be better off using avocado oil than vegetable oil. Would you agree?
Sure.
So that's it. That's my opinion on seed oil. That oils are better. Some oils are better for you than others. Some oils are cleaner for you than others. Oils react differently when they're heated. There are ones that you should be frying and there are ones that you shouldn't. You shouldn't be frying in olive oil because olive oil is only good for you when it's raw. So if you fry in olive oil, one, it's expensive, but two, you lose all of the nutrients of the olives. Like, the olive oil no longer means anything to you. That's my opinion on seed oils.
To quote your text to me exactly.
No, don't! I never remember what I say.
Seed oils.
He was in a fit of rage. He was in a fit of rage.
And poison. They're
They are.
poison.
Good.
It is in the ricin cyanide family. I'm sorry, I just added that.
No, they are inflammatory and they can be poisonous to the body.
I have a lot to unpack here.
I do. Let's figure this out, though. I don't know if they're more poisonous to the body than what you're eating that's fried, though. Like, I don't know if I need to blame the oil. I don't know if I need to blame the fried chicken. I want to blame something, Josh. I want to blame something, Josh. Did you see that Chick-fil-A, there's 47 ingredients in their Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich?
Of course there is.
And then we're making our way back to creatine. Continue.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it short.
Brevity is key.
I agree that if seed oils can be avoided, great. I think everything has trade-offs, right? I was thinking about you and these things, and I'm like, and to your point, the number one thing you could be doing for your health today that is indisputable is sweating 5 days a week. Like, the biggest detriment to your health is that you are not raising your heartbeat 5 out of 7 days of the week. Like, that will, every study over and over, it has such wide-ranging benefits to your life that will so completely outweigh any worries of fluoride or seed oil or what have you.
That's fair.
And it's all weighing things out, right? There's been a big debate about statins as of recently. Cholesterol-lowering medication, because there are negatives. You get leg cramping, there can be some muscle wasting, it can eat some of your muscle, but you know, the studies that we have, and again, you know, you have so many of these carnivore diet people who are like raging out and telling you that having a 350 cholesterol score is healthy. It's like, listen, I'm not here to fight them, but more will be revealed. But if you look at people like Dr. Peter Attia, who talks about like every study we have thus far, and I know we can go down the great big pharma, big medicine, who's funding the studies, blah, 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 blah. But living in a world that isn't completely dystopian, if we are to believe anything, there's a good chance that having lower than a 300 cholesterol score is probably better. The truth is you want it to be under 200. So I take a cholesterol lowering medication because I think the benefits outweigh the negatives. We don't know long-term what these GLP-1s will do. We don't quite have that info, but we can all agree that for now, the benefits of lowering obesity far outweighs all the negatives that could come, right? And that's what I think about seed oil and fluoride.
Yes.
Seed oil is feeding a lot of people and who cannot afford to get really good oil. And I think if they had the option, for sure, go with the good oil. But I think eggplant is inflammatory. Nightshades are inflammatory. So much of what we do. So I would love to see that, but we use a word like that and we think, inflammation, where's my Advil? But it's like, on the grand scope of things, what is really inflaming us?
Absolutely, I agree with everything that you said. Except for the Advil piece. Take some turmeric.
Orgasm.
Take some turmeric, Josh. That's what you need for inflammation. That's what you need. You don't need Advil. No need. Turmeric. I call it Toomey. Exactly. Take a little Toomey.
I do Advil bi-weekly. So that's my truth, and I'm not proud of it.
I want you to know that I haven't taken Advil in a very long time.
Really?
And I used to take it all the time. And I don't know why. I'm just simply sharing that perhaps whatever was giving me a headache no longer is. I agree with everything that you said on seed oils. I agree that the reason why people in general are using seed oils is to fear market against buying something of theirs. That's what Gary Brecka does. That's what all of these people do. Sure. Don't buy this, buy my stuff. I totally get that. Totally get that. I do think, though, you mentioned we do need to sort of trust, like, unless we just think we're living in this dystopian. I do. I don't trust. Maybe. I don't trust because there's too many aligned incentives for me not to trust. And I don't want to, like, we've spoken about this before. We spoke about this with Luigi Hot Pants, whatever his name was.
Luigi.
The one thing that Luigi was highlighting was that we have the most money and we have the worst health care and everybody's dying and we needed a medicine like Ozempic to get people no longer fat. And it just, something's amiss, Josh. Something's amiss.
But to your point, right? Like, do you know who is the biggest purveyor or provider of nicotine alternatives like Nicorette or, nicotine lozenges?
I would assume the same company that makes the nicotine.
The same, Philip Morris. The people that make the cigs.
That makes sense, of course, because they want to capitalize on both ends of it.
And it's
they want the whole wheel.
Yeah,
like they want the whole wheel.
The food
of course.
makes us fat and sick, and then the drugs make us better. We hope. Like, it's rough. You're right. It's a bad system.
It's a very, very bad system. It's absolutely rough. But to anybody, because I know there are these people. My parents have a friend. Oh my, is this a big guy? Woof.
Love him.
600 pounds. He's big. Yeah, no,
What's
he's
his name? Roger?
I can't mention it. John. And
a real fatso's name is like Dan. Or
we'll go with Dan. we'll go with Dan.
Let's think of fatso names. This is a mean segment.
Tubby. 600
Bernard.
pound. 600-pound Tubby. My dad will be like, yeah, I've had some really great success with Ozempic. Like, I'm the lowest I've been. I feel really good. It's awesome. Why don't you try it? He's like, oh, it's unproven. I don't trust it. And my dad just said to me, he's like, he's going to die of a heart attack, God forbid. But the guy is huge. Whatever studies you're worried about are not what you need to be worried about. You need to lose 200 pounds as quickly as humanly possible, even if it means taking a machete to your belly. Whatever you need to do to lose weight, that is the thing that's going to kill you, not the potential side effects of a drug that you don't know about, which, by the way, is also fear-mongering because we do know the side effects. This isn't new. It has been studied. Oh, man, this has been riveting, Josh. Can we go to creatine, though, for a second?
Yeah.
Should I be taking creatine? Will creatine make me want to work out more?
So creatine helps your cells to hold on to hydration, to fluid. And so the idea of it is that then instead of your muscles being sort of dehydrated and full of lactic acid, it's the idea of you almost have a little bit more of a pump. So you recover a little bit quicker. I don't know if it helps with recovery, but the idea is you have a 5 to 10% increase in output. So you can work out a little harder, you can lift a little heavier. And I've certainly seen it work when I was really pushing, but I'll do cycles of it. I'll do it for 3 to 6 months, see how I feel, and then I'll start to, maybe taper off. But I think it will put weight on you.
Does it make you want to work out, though?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't.
Okay. I need to get back in the gym. Freaking our boy Matt from the Live Method, he texts me once a week. Hey Ben, you alive? You alive? You alive? I'm alive, Matt. I'm just not there.
I'm avoiding you, Matt. It's as alive as one gets. Hiding burns a lot of energy.
But that's why he might be the greatest fucking friend, personal trainer. For somebody to follow up, he's eventually going to get me back. If he never followed up, I never would go back.
He's awesome.
Like clockwork. He's like, when are you coming? When are you coming? One other thing before we pivot. I ordered something new, Josh, okay? I ordered something new. It's coming today. I want to get the exact name I want to get the exact name of what I ordered. It's coming tonight at 10 p.m. on Amazon. Are you ready for this, Josh? Drum roll, please. I'm going to add it to my morning rotation.
Can't wait.
It is sea moss gel.
Oh, you're done. Give up. Just give up.
Okay.
Oh my
I have
God.
ordered true sea moss,
Oh my
witchcrafted Irish sea
If
moss
anyone has
gel.
a pyramid scheme, call Ben, because he seems to be all about
I'm
anything
all
that
in.
will take his money.
I will let you know how it works. All I can say, Josh, is I will be pairing it with my AG1, which I credit with just my absolutely, just my joie de vivre, my zest for life, my energy throughout the day. And I'm thinking that sea moss gel, Josh, might give me that extra kick in the caboose.
You know what will give a kick in your fucking caboose? Is listening to a young prophet, someone who has gone down in the history books, a sage, a philosopher of the ages. His name is Tom Brady, okay? Heard of him?
I've heard of him.
And you know what he says? Fuck your tired body.
But does he like sea moss gel? I bet you he eats it. That's what I want to know.
He loves a supplement.
I'm just saying, I've heard this sea moss nutrients out the ass. Like 97 of them, Josh.
Your new rule needs to be not ingesting things that you think are going to make you.
No, they're great.
You
I'm gonna
can't
find
lose by taking in. You need to lose.
I'm
You
gonna
need to
find
lose.
I'm gonna find the perfect
Cocktail?
supplements. This is it, Josh. I'm on my way to the perfect cocktail. And if it comes from the sea, I want in. We don't know anything about our oceans. They're gorgeous. They're perfect. We need more of them. And that's why I'm getting my sea moss. And before you come on me, I'm sure in 1 week,
I'm
I will
not
be off
coming
sea
on
moss.
you at all, so take that back. And I'm glad to hear that you've made a friend from Trinidad, and now you're bullish on sea moss because
I have a guy.
his name is Jeff Bezos. You ordered it from Amazon.
I'm going to keep you posted, Josh. I'm going to keep everybody posted on my Irish witchcraft sea moss.
Let's talk-
Pineapple flavor.
Oh man, I hate the whole thing. How can we? Because listen, shout out the great Matt Sauer. What's his name? Sauerhoff.
Yes.
I mean, Live Method, fantastic. What a place. I mean, the Schwitz there, unbelievable. You might not be a deadlift workout gym guy, and that's okay. What can we find for you that is something sustainable that you could do 5 days a week?
Can I tell you, like, when I was in that groove, the 5 months that I was deadlifting, I loved it. My problem is if I fall out for a week because I'm busy or whatever reason, I'm done until I can get back in. Then once I'm in a groove. But until I'm in the groove, I'm so out of the groove. I'm so out. Like, sure, I'll go to the gym. I'll go on the treadmill. I'll walk an incline. I'll do all that stuff. I'm not doing nothing, but I'm not doing anything for my muscles.
What about a walking pad at home? And I mean, I'm sure.
But no, but I walk. I walk a lot. I get, like, you can look at my phone. I get at least just regular walking without like a treadmill or something. I get at least 10,000 steps every day. I walk every day.
But think about the difference that if there's a show you like to walk for an hour, or watch for an hour. I mean, all I can imagine are the TikToks that Claudia's going to make from bed as you're watching Glee on your walking pad. Imagine if you spend that extra hour walking at, like, I'm just trying to think of something sustainable and easy that could add to the routine.
I can walk forever. I do walk forever. I pace like crazy. I can walk miles and miles and miles and miles and miles on end. I'm never tired. I'm not tired by walking.
I know, but adding an extra hour will
But I'd rather add that extra hour. I'd rather add that extra hour to pumping.
But you're not pumping.
No, see? I need
is
to get back to pumping.
I
need to get back to pumping.
You know where you're pumping? At Yogurtland.
I need to pump with you. I need you to come on me.
I follow this account for this girl who walked from the top of Manhattan to Battery Park. So went up to like Dyckman Street and then went all the way down. And I think we should do that. And one day it's 16 miles. We'll walk it.
In.
We'll have incredible meals throughout.
Are we walking it? If we're walking it, I'm in. If we're running, jogging, I'm out.
No, it's a stroll. It's a whole day.
I love it. I have walked from 1st and 1st to 89th Street. I did that once. I think that's my longest New York City walk.
Which is technically
That's 90 blocks.
90 blocks, so it's like 4.5 almost
miles.
5 miles.
Yeah, it's a good walk.
Nice
I
walk.
wasn't tired.
First of all, let's figure out the meals that we should do on our full day of walking, and it'll be guilt-free. Guilt-free.
We're going from Battery Park. We're going to start in Battery Park, and we're going to go up. I think we start up and go down.
That agreed, 100%.
Okay, we're going to start up and go down. We're going to end in Battery Park at night. And in the morning, Josh, we're going to have a delicious, I'm going to make us egg and cheese sandwiches, okay?
Great.
But we're going to make them on this gorgeous, fluffy hero bread, okay? That is no sugar. We can't have sugar crashes early, Josh. We can't have sugar crashes early. No sugar, high fiber. When was the last time you had hero bread? I had hero bread this morning.
That's
bread.
It's so funny. They have these like Hawaiian buns now that I recently had. Gorgeous.
They're unbelievable. And when I tell you it's the texture, I've had all of these healthy breads. As a bunch of, you're formerly fat, as a current fat, we look for the alternatives to the things that we love.
Right.
Right? And more often than not, I remember my mom used to buy me there's like this seedless rye. It like comes in this like plastic container.
Yeah.
It's almost spongy. It's so hard. It's like a brick.
It looks like it
Do you know
was
what I'm talking about?
smuggled in 1939 from the Warsaw ghettos. You know, they're
Literally,
like,
it's
we got bread.
It's so dense.
You're like, Shmuel,
Like,
I'd rather die. You know?
I don't want it. I don't want any of your bread. I just want something, though, that is low sugar, high fiber, good consistency, versatile, Hawaiian buns, croissants, wraps. I'm obsessed with hero bread. Obsessed. Their stuff is unbelievable.
I also, just before we get off the hero kick, I make my son French toast on the weekends. And like, if you really, because I think the knee jerk is to be like, oh, what an indulgence. Wow, it's in the pancake family. It actually isn't. So I think you need to rethink. If you make it with hero bread, what are we eating? We're eating good bread, good macros, plenty of protein, low carb, right? Then we're doing, what are we having? A little bit of egg, a little bit of cream, keto friendly. And we're frying it up with like maybe a little avocado oil, maybe a little, butter if you're indulging a bit. Suddenly it's like actually not bad. And it's because of the bread. It's because of the hero bread.
If you make French toast with a big challah, then you're in trouble.
Totally.
Okay, that's big. But the hero bread, it allows, it's the perfect middle ground. And to tell you, you know who loves hero bread? Claudia loves hero bread.
Wow.
She's the pickiest eater in the world. She
Huge.
eats a hero bread, their white bread with peanut butter and jelly. She loves the same way that she likes regular white bread. So if that's not a testament, I don't know what else is.
Before we move on, I know I'm a little hero bread crazy right now, so I just would like to mention Young Benjamin. It's ultra low net carbs, right? 0 gram sugar, high in fiber, and they've also got exclusive limited edition bakes like the Hero Croissant, Hero Cheddar Biscuit, which can be added to your subscription, or check out the new plain bagel, which I've just had twice, and it was delish. With only 4 grams of net carbs, go to hero.co and use code GOODGUYS at checkout for 10% off. That's hero.co, use code GOODGUYS at checkout for 10% off. Who doesn't love a little savings?
And folks, comment below if you have ideas for where we should stop on our journey. Let us know. We crowdsource. We're open.
Oh my God! Can we get to a story before I get a hard on?
Yeah. Give me the story. Give it to me.
Oh my gosh. Well, the Golden Globes just passed, and inside the $1 million Golden Globes 2025 gift bag, a $500,000 vacation, a $40,000 facelift, and more. So they're reporting in this, guests could receive a $48,000 private flight and stay to see the Northern Lights in Finland. The goodies were contained in an Atlas bespoke weekender bag with suede details. Some stars got a $60,000 yacht charter exploring Indonesia. A 5-night stay at the Ritz-Carlton Grand Cayman, valued at $55,000. Personalized sessions from Forward Space, valued to be worth $15,000, were in the bag. Not bad.
You know what I love, Josh?
What?
I love the headline, valued $500,000. You know what it costs all of these places? Zilch.
Nothing, right?
Nothing. It's the biggest. It's genius. The Ritz-Carlton, valued at $55,000. Yeah, there are blackout dates. You're going to come and you're going to get the presidential suite when nobody else wanted it.
That's right. That's right.
And that's it. And now they get Cameron Diaz in their room. It's genius, Josh. It's genius. Bartered gifts are genius.
I'm a big fan of the Ritz-Carlton, and I don't stay there often because your boy is tight. I mean, if you think the Ritz-Carlton's nice, you should see a Marriott Courtyard in Tallahassee. But I remember once I was staying at the Ritz-Carlton in Boston, and my wife and I were there, and I guess they figured out that I was coming because when we got there, what a touch. They have like a little bit of food and like, here's some fruit and maybe some alcohol, which was very nice, which, hotels will do sometimes. They had a picture of my wife and I in a picture frame near the bed.
Yeah. No,
touch.
they do. Some of these hotels do this. No, it's beautiful.
Wow. I felt like Brian Kelly. I felt like the points guy.
It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. I saw Brian last night. We saw him for the first time in months.
When does his book come out? Is it out?
His book is coming out around when this podcast episode will probably come out. I think it's January 30th is when his book comes out. And it is a great book. He is just the best. And he actually took us, not to pivot into our best bite of the week, but he took us last night, Josh. It's called Chez Margot. When you come here, we must Chez Margot. We must, okay? This place, first of all the food, Jean George. The food was unbelievable. Second, it's a new members club. When you walk in, I'm telling you, you don't need any kinds of drugs, alcohol, whatever, to feel like you are just ready to groove. The decor, the lighting, everything. You are set. The most beautiful place I've ever seen. The food was unbelievable. I'm just going to mention one dish only. Josh, they had a tuna pizza.
Olivia, this tuna pizza, this sounds good to you?
I'm not a big tuna girl, but I do.
What the fuck? We have an enemy in the state.
Wait,
we have an enemy in the state.
Let me finish. One of the best pizzas I've ever had was I think it was like it was a salmon pizza with like chive.
Yum.
So it was like a similar kind of thing. Okay, Ben, I see your facial expression.
Don't listen to Ben.
Not a fan of
I know
tuna.
exactly.
It's like saying that you don't like people. Like, no, you don't like some people. You can't not like all tuna.
That's fair. Perhaps I haven't enjoyed the tuna that I've had.
Josh, take Olivia for a nice, real sushi grade tuna experience. Sure, the canned tuna, it might not be for you. We've been programmed after years in the shtetl to like this canned fish that is truly probably disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
It can sit through wars. We like it because you literally throw it in the cupboard and you can eat fish 3 years later. That's not for everyone, but this fresh bluefin Toro belly at the hands of a Japanese artist with his long, beautiful knife.
But let me ask you, Olivia, and I don't even mean to remotely intimate that you might have a basic leaning. You don't like this spicy tuna crispy rice? This is not for you?
This is my problem, gentlemen. I have an issue with, I take issue with spices. Not spices, spicy. And so, no, I haven't had a spicy tuna crispy rice. I love a crispy rice. I do love sushi. I love like a crab or a salmon. I do have a bit more of a tempered palate, I suppose. But
well, Cincinnati, we get it.
I know. I'm trying my best out here. I am experimenting more, though, lately.
So wasabi, just so we're on the same page, wasabi is not spicy. wasabi is nasally. Wasabi is not like back of the throat. It's like horseradish. Do you like horseradish?
No, of course she doesn't like horseradish.
I
It's
don't
not
like
spicy.
No, let me
It's
ask you, have
nasally.
you ever had a Carolina Reaper, and do you like it?
It's not. Would you describe horseradish as spicy? It's not like a chili. It's
Yes,
different.
wasabi too. It's spicy.
I don't think so.
Should we get to a speak pipe?
Yeah.
All right. If you want to ask us a message, leave us a good hi. Go to speakpipe.com/good guys, and we will answer your question. If you want advice, keep it brief. Brevity is key. Let's hear from, I don't know.
Josh and Ben, fellow moron here. Love you guys.
What do you mean,
Let
fellow?
me keep this quick. This guy I'm seeing, he's 29, Jewish, no sisters. I actually like him. I never like anyone. He thinks that babies are ready between 6 and 7 months. Like, has zero idea about the whole 9-month thing. He's great in a lot of ways. Like, he owns 2 apartments. Like, he could get a mortgage, but, like, he doesn't know this. I'm scared and I need your guys' take. Okay, love you so much. Bye.
That's so funny. I don't even understand. What do you mean ready between 6 and 7 months? It just sounds like he's been dealt bad information. And also, is he just like rich and dumb? Like, did his parents buy those apartments? Or like, is he successful and dumb? This is important to know. I would say though that he has 2 apartments. You could do worse.
Totally.
Yeah, like whatever. Like, I don't know what you're looking for, but it sounds like you found something good.
What do you want, a guy who's got student debt to Vassar?
Yeah.
Huh? Go get this guy with the 2 condos.
And all you got to do is tell him, like correct him. Like, hey, honey, actually, the term of birth is, by the way, it's really not 9 months. I don't get it, okay? It's 10. It's
Right.
10. Why are we what's with this 9?
Okay,
Right?
fine.
This is smishugana.
It's
This
Michigana.
is fakakta. This is...
It's fakakta. It's Igabluggin.
It's nuts.
It's Meshuggah.
It's mishuga.
Yes.
I think we need a new segment called "What Are You, Meshuga?"
What are you, Meshuggah? Yeah, look, I think this woman needs to make her peace with the idea of you're dating an idiot. But here's the good news. That's fine. Because even if he was a scholar genius, and I've thought about this before, find yourself a woman who is so loyal and down for you and also thinks you're a fucking idiot. That's my wife. Like, right? Isn't that Claudia? Like,
Yes.
my wife loves me, is so down for me, is so behind me 100%. My biggest fan. She also thinks I am the dumbest person alive.
Ever.
And
Ever.
you know what? That's
Ever.
cool with me. So just get there early. Get past the dating phase. You're with an idiot, and he's your idiot.
I would say that once a day, Claudia will say, "You didn't know that?
Right.
How didn't you know that?" Like, no, I'm sorry that I don't know every single convicted killer over the last 60 years and their murder cases. Like, my wife is such a sponge for knowledge. She knows something about everything. So yeah, at least once a day, I don't know something that she thought that I knew. And yes, he's your idiot. That's exactly right, Josh. And if he was smart, he'd leave you.
Listen, I am sure that whoever was dating Albert Einstein, and I heard he was a bit of a stick man, eventually went, Al, why is the milk in the cupboard? You know it goes in the fridge, Al. Oh, this isn't relativity. You know, the milk's expired.
Al.
Alley boy. All right, next speak
Al.
pipe from, I don't know.
Hey, good guys. So I have a question about.
Can you pause for a second?
Yeah.
Why do all of our speak pipes always sound like they're like captive and like they like can't talk? It's like a release video, like trying to call home. Hi, good guys. I don't want anybody to hear me. Hi, good guys. I only have 1 minute. I'm about to be taken to a new home. I only have 1 minute by my boyfriend. They're also all addicted to cigarettes. Hi, good guys. I'm Lorraine.
Oh my God. Olivia, be careful who's editing this episode. Don't give it to a new intern who went to a liberal arts college in New England, because we are fucked. We are fucked.
Hi, good guys. All right, now bring on the smoker in captivity. Bring her back.
Question about wedding gifts, as I am recently married and had 3 couples not give gifts at our recent wedding. One couple did send a gift and a card later on and was very apologetic that they, had forgot it the day of. Perfectly fine. The other 2 couples just gave no gift. One of the 2 couples is a married couple that got married about a year before my husband and I. We gave them a gift. We know that they cashed the check. And then they gave us a empty card in return. And empty, I mean no gift. It had a nice message. And I know that person, I gave her a wedding shower gift. She's recently had a baby, gave her a baby shower gift. She did give me a wedding shower gift that was on par with what most of my other friends gave. So that's all fine and dandy, but no wedding gift from her and her husband. And then the other is another couple who gave no card and no gift, which I was just shocked at. So I guess 2 parts. What do you think about those 2 situations of like receiving no gift and not holding resentment? And then what do you think a couple should be giving as a gift these days for a wedding? Because I was also kind of surprised at how much less people were giving compared to what I and my husband would give. But
Wow.
Okay. First of all, you need richer friends. We'll call a spade a spade. But no card. Let me know what you think of this, Josh. No card, no gift is far better than card, no gift. Or let me rephrase. No card, no check is far better than card, no check. I think giving somebody an envelope with a card with nothing in it, when you went to their wedding or when they went to your wedding and gave you a check that you cashed, that is no bueno.
Right.
No bueno.
That's right.
No. I would much rather have seen no card, no check, because then you can plead ignorance. If you're ever approached, I never got a gift. Oh my God, it got lost in the mail. It didn't get lost in the mail. We know. This was intentional. And this was no good.
And I think this will get us out of anyone, and I mean this, anyone who is struggling financially. I've had people do this where you have to swallow your pride and be honest with people when you're going to their wedding or going to like an event which expects a gift and say, listen, I love you. I want to come. I just want to be honest with you. Like I'm a little tight right now. Like, and so, I know how expensive a seat is at a wedding. And so if that's a deal, like that person, if they're not crappy people, will feel so bad and say, of course come. Are you kidding me? But you have to have that conversation, because otherwise you get this where people feel snubbed and they don't understand why.
1,000%. And I was going to say in the beginning, before I heard this whole thing, you don't ever give to receive, right?
Right.
But when you do go to somebody's wedding, once the first person, it is what it is. Once somebody's given you something, the only course is to give it back to them. That's it. Like, you came to my wedding, gave me $250. I go to your wedding, I give it back to you. It's a trade. That's it. Like, that is normal circumstances. Now, if between receiving my $250 and coming to your wedding, I went through hardships, lost my job, all this stuff, blah, 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 then yes, I completely agree with you. Coming to you and explaining that is the right thing to do. Absolutely. But otherwise, you said, what should you give? What you received. And if you're going first, expect to receive exactly what you give first. Meaning, you should give nicely because you want to receive nicely. Or you should give very little it all ends up in the wash anyways.
Right.
I don't know.
The Russian.
I mean, even as I'm talking about it, it's like, what the? I'm giving you $250 to give it back to me. Why'd we give it at all?
It's silly, but I totally agree with you on that. And the Russian rule is pay for your seat. So eyeball it. If it's a incredibly opulent wild wedding, assume that seat is $300 to $500 a person. So it's gonna cost you. And if it's a regular, whatever wedding, then maybe $100 to $250 a person.
I like pay for your seat, but then I start to think, like, if you're really at that type of a wedding where it's, okay, you think it's 500 a seat or 600 a seat or whatever, then they don't need your money.
That's true. I agree.
And, like,
But
maybe
you
that
gotta
money
give.
meant a lot more. You have to give, for sure, of course. I just don't know, like, when somebody's really rich, they don't need cash. Like, what else can you give them? I'm not telling you to make something at home, but, like, maybe that's when, like, a registry gift comes in handy, or, like, that's when, like, I don't know. And if you're looking to cheap out, always check their registry first. See if there was, like, 2 things that totaled $80 that they put on there. Because if they put it on there and you got them something from what they put on, that's fine. They put it on there.
Or here's a good one. Find out where they're going for their honeymoon. Send them champagne to the room.
Love it. Beautiful.
Love.
Beautiful. They'll 100% credit the hotel and you'll lose you'll lose the credit, but that's fine.
Should we get to What Are You Nuts?
Yes. What are you nuts? People, places, and things, gripes with humanity. If you don't know that, what are you nuts?
What Are You Nuts? My What Are You Nuts moment of the week is it's something I'm going to call Christmas tree Gentile privilege. Okay? Let me just tell you.
Please.
If the Jews were taking Hanukkah bushes after Hanukkah and throwing them out the front door, leaving them on the street saying, this should be taken away now. Oh my God, the cabal against Jews and their Hanukkah bushes everywhere. I'm walking these streets in January. There's Christmas trees everywhere. People just throw them out and they say they'll get taken eventually. What are you, nuts? Figure out a place to put the Christmas tree.
I didn't know that there were trees left in California. This is stunning to me. Whew, sorry. My What Are You Nuts moment, I'll let you pick. Ripped jeans or women doormen? You pick.
I'll go with ripped jeans for not canceled for 2000.
Okay, cool. Women doormen. Okay, here's the issue, Josh. Okay, look, here's the issue. What do you expect from a doorman?
To protect
Woman
you.
or man, to protect you. That's it, right? You just want somebody that's there to protect you, right? And a woman can certainly protect me, no question. A man can certainly protect me, no question. But what you're looking for in a doorman is protection. Now, Josh, let's say that said doorman started wearing a scarf. Would you feel protected if your doorman was wearing a cashmere scarf? It's very cold out. A cashmere scarf wrapped around, draped along the sides. Would you still feel protected?
Not only do I feel protected, I feel like I'm in a classy building.
I don't. It's nuts. What are you, nuts? Doormen shouldn't be wearing scarves. I'm sorry. There's something about the scarf. I'm looking at you. You're too cozy. You're thinking about like being by a hot fire. You're ready to get all cozy. No. Sorry. That's it. I'm not going to feel protected. Somebody's going to come in with a gun. You're going to end up choking on your scarf. I'm out. Nuts.
The idea that a doorman from Queens, they're all from Queens,
For sure.
is going to step in between you and a gunman and your rich co-op neighbors? Never
you
going
talking
to
about?
happen. The only thing they're stepping in front of is an Amazon package.
You don't know where I live. I'm on 125th and Malcolm X.
Oh,
you don't
hilarious.
know. You don't know.
I didn't know they renamed Fifth Avenue. Take us home.
So yeah, folks, this was a great one. if not this, 5 stars. What are you, nuts? Yes. Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on Josh's YouTube. We've been throwing up these cool clips. So honestly, listen to us, okay, and then watch a clip because that's fun. It's only 8 minutes. It's not 60 minutes. Watch a clip. Listen to the podcast. They're great. Share them with a friend. Ooh, it's juicy news. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. I don't think TikTok's going anywhere. We're probably going to talk about that on the next episode, but I don't think TikTok's going anywhere. So still follow us, okay? Still follow us over there Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.